I want you to watch what I do right now. It's something that you do every morning, at least hopefully you do. You turn over from the bed and you sit up. Now I want you to think about this for a second. That's something we never think about. We take it for granted. We get up in the morning and we just sit up. I had a lady here a while back, it's probably been months ago, but she said, you know what, if they ever invent a fat burner, you health clubs are probably going to go out of business. Of course, I just laughed and said, you know what, the problem is if they ever really create a fat burner where all the fat just miraculously disappears, more than half our population is disappearing because over half the population is overweight and obese. So let's think about it for a second. You invent this miracle fat burning pill, you take it, all the fat disappears, then you're left with whatever the rest of your body's made up of. Unfortunately, most people have very little muscle tone. They can't get up and move around very much because they never do anything. So I want you to think about this for a second. The most important exercise that you probably need to think about doing is some kind of resistance training. Because here's the problem. If they invent a fat pill, all the fat disappears. You better hope you have some lean muscle tissue to hold you up. Because, again, for most people, half their body's going to be gone, if not more. So I want to think about that for a second. When you sit up on the side of the bed, I want you to think about all the muscles that have to engage to get you up. And you can take a person who maybe you've been doing this all their life, getting up, getting down, and taking it for granted, but something happens in their life, they get sick for a short amount of time, and they're bedridden. They have to get in bed and they have to stay there for a few weeks. It's weird that you could take the most healthy person, probably the most fit person, most athletic person, you put them in a bed 6 weeks, and they can't get up. In fact, probably it doesn't even take anywhere near 6 weeks before they can't get up because the muscle deteriorates that quick. It's kind of like thinking about this. If I were to break this arm, have a cast on it for 6 weeks, come back to the doctor takes the cast off, you're going to be able to see really quick that this arm is so much smaller than this one because the muscle deteriorated because I wasn't able to use it. Most of you that are watching this video right now are deteriorating as we talk. It's called microdeterioration, meaning you're just sitting there, you're doing nothing. It's a slow process, but after a period of time you find out that you develop this thing called the used to disease, where I used to could do this, I used to could do that, and now you no longer can. So I want you to think about this for a minute. There's no way you're going to ever have an excuse not to take care of yourself, whether it be cardiovascular exercise, resistance training. You have to do resistance training to be able to hold on to the muscle you have, let alone gain some if you're doing everything right with your nutrition and exercise and resting and so forth. But remember that. There's not going to be a way out of this, guys. We have to do it. You have to exercise, take care of yourself. If not, you're going to fall apart. You know, years ago, you saw senior citizens were told by their doctors, hey, you worked all your life, just kick back, relax. And what happened is they did, and they fell apart. You got to stay active. If you stay active, you'll most likely stay where you're healthy. You'll most likely stay where you're happy, and you'll most likely stay where you can do things with other people. And it just makes life go by so much better.